Hey guys, how are you today? I put together a 15-minute makeup tutorial. This is for those who only have a little bit of time to get ready in the morning, or a really light makeup look if you need to go to work, or if you're a stay-at-home mom and have meetings for your kids like PTA meetings or parent-teacher conferences or whatever. I thought this was nice and easy, very basic. I did most of the eyeshadow look with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So if you have this palette, this will be a nice everyday look to kind of pull together, or you can always use similar shadows. I will go on ahead and zoom in so you can take a closer look. And the eyes are really basic. Like I said, it's something real quick and easy. The lips are pink and matte. But if you would like to see how I got this look put together, just stay tuned and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Already started by putting on my L'Oreal Youth Code BB Cream in the shade medium. And I filled in my brows using the NYX Eyebrow Gel in the shade Brunette. So now I just want to move on to eyeshadow. I don't do anything too spectacular when I know that I have little to no time. So what I do is I take the Jordanna 12-hour Made to Last eyeshadow pencil. And this is in the shade, let me see, I don't know, Continuous Almond. So I just put that on pretty lightly just to give my lids a base. I have pretty oily lids, so this really helps mattify my lids as well because it dries to a matte base. So now that I have this on, I need to define my eyes. And my go-to palette when I don't have much time is my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And I go into the shade, what is this? Salted Caramel in my crease. So I'll just go on ahead and do that. And I am using my Coastal Scents Pro Blending Brush. As you can tell, it is dirty, but I have dusted it off as good as I could anyways for the video. And I just put that in my crease. And I just kind of blend it up, making very light strokes. So there you have that. Then next I move on to my brow bone, which I know is kind of backwards, but I take the shade White Chocolate, which is that color there, and I put that up on my brow bone just to give it a nice highlight. I don't know if you can hear my puppy sniffing around like a maniac right now, but he's back here acting crazy. And then I take the shade Marzipan, which is like one of my favorite shades out of this palette. And I put that all over my lid. And I always like using a shadow with some type of iridescence or shimmer, because it really just brightens the eye up. And of course, like, the lightness of it will just depend on your skin tone. But I think this one is very complimentary to mine as an eyelid color. So there we have that. Alright, so moving back into my crease, we just want to define the eyes just a little bit more. And I am going to take the shade Semi Sweet, which is this warm brown here in the middle of the palette. And just kind of starting on the outer corner, I just kind of dot it on, and then I just slightly work it midway through the crease. I don't like to take it in too much because, I mean, then that'll require a lot more time. But boom, there we have, it's already kind of coming together. And believe it or not, like, I know this tutorial will probably be longer than 15 minutes, but This look only takes me 15 minutes at most when I'm getting ready in the morning. So there goes the eyeshadow look. And since we don't want to take too long, moving on. Ooh, I need to sharpen this. I'm moving on to my Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes pencil, and this is in the shade Sunstone Bronze. You always want to make sure your pencils are nice and sharp and ready for you. And I just kind of run this, not perfectly on my top lid, because I'll go back with my Real Techniques angled brush. And I do this before I even move on to the next eye, because this stuff sets pretty quickly. And I just kind of run that over my lid. And we can move on and do the other eye. Oh, babe. What's him doing? Is him being a bad boy? Is him being a bad boy? I'm just not getting all the attention right now, so him don't like it. Alright. I'm gonna just smudge out this eye. And I just kind of wing it out. Because before it's set, it's really, really creamy. So you can kind of move it around a bit to your liking. So there we have the eyeshadow and eyeliner on. Moving on to the concealer, I am using the Maybelline FitME concealer in the shade Medium. And this is my everyday. I love this a lot. But I just do like the triangle underneath the eyes. And I use my little knockoff version of the Sigma. I don't even know what they're called, but there's some synthetic blending brush here. I got this on Amazon. I think the set of 4 brushes, which it came with like a flat top. It came with this pointed and a domed. And was it 4? Yeah. Maybe it was only 3. I don't know. But I've been liking it a lot. I mean, it's better than paying $100 right now, so. I also kind of take that leftover concealer and I just get it in the cracks of my nose because I have like a little bit of discoloration there. Alright, so after we have blended out the concealer, I need to then set the concealer. And I know this may sound extreme, but I use my BenNye banana powder every single day. I use it differently on days like this. I use it lighter, but I just take a little bit and I'll shake it in the cap. And this is just like a old container that I had from a loose face powder that I had from NYX. But I'll do that, and I'll take my e.l.f. blush brush, which I think is perfect for underneath the eyes, but I just put it on very lightly and I just tap it underneath my eyes. And I'm sure that's my husband texting me, seeing where I am. But bam, we have concealer and set concealer. So after I do that, I will go on ahead and set the rest of my face, which I'm going to my go-to right now, which is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder foundation. As you can see, I've been using the crap out of this. And I'm just using this with my e.l.f. powder brush. I love this brush because it's nice and big for when, you know, you just want a light dusting of powder. I just run this down my neck, on my forehead. Now the rest of the face is pretty light because, I mean, we've already spent enough time on the eyes, which most of the time that's my main focus. Boom, on the eyes. I make sure my under eyes are concealed. I make sure my eyelids look like something, because when you have just like here taken care of, like as long as the rest of your skin, like if, I'm sure it's different for every case, but being that my skin isn't terrible, I try to focus on this area because everywhere else is just, you know, it kind of fades into the background most days anyway. So I am now going to go into my Benefit palette with all of their Boxo blushes in them. And I am going to go into Rockature onto my blush brush by Real Techniques. And I'm just going to run that on the top of my cheekbone, my cheeks. So it has like a soft glow, so then you have like a little bit of a highlight and a blush all in one. I'm debating whether or not we should do bronzer. I don't know. I think I am going to go on ahead and go into bronzer, and I'm going to use Refined Golden. This is just the packaging from the Loreal Aquatics, but this is a permanent bronzer. It has like a little bit of shimmer in it, which I never mind. It doesn't show up real prominent, so I'll just go into that with just an angled blush brush. I think this is a Coastal Scents brush. And I just warm up the rest of my face. After we've done that, I go into my all-time favorite Mary Luminizer highlighter with just like a small definer brush. This is a Coastal Scents brush again. And I put that on the inner corners of my eyes. And since this is a softer eye look, I'm not even going to put anything in my waterline. But I am going to just run a little bit of what is this? Milk chocolate on the bottom lash line from out of the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. And that just kind of ties the look together. So there we have the eye look. We just need to add some mascara, and actually I'm going to use the Rocket Volume Express by Maybelline. I have been trying to use this stuff up so I can buy a new one because this one is getting pretty thick.
Already you can see how refreshed you look. And to some this may still be like a pretty heavy eye look, or a look in general, but I wear a lot of makeup. If I have the time to, you know, apply it, I wear a lot. And that's just, you know, I work in an industry where I'm able to do whatever I please with my makeup. So I can pick it up if I want. Nobody's going to look at me crazy. But for some, this may be like a great work look. Or, you know, if you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe this would be a nice look to go to like your parents' teacher conferences or to PTA
whatever you'd like. And actually, let me put a little bit of lip balm on because I'm going to do a matte lip. That's because it's kind of like a no fuss thing to do. So I am using Antwerp. I don't know how the heck to say that, but you tell me what you think. It is the Soft Matte Lip Cream by NYX. And I haven't used this one too much, so I think this will be nice. So here goes the look. So here goes the look. You guys can tell me what you think. It is, like I said, for me, this is a pretty light, quick and easy look, 15 to 20 minutes max. If I need to get in and out of the door really, really quickly. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I use all of my shadows from the Chocolate Bar palette, but you can always use similar shades if you have something else, whatever, like an e.l.f. palette or MAC shadows or whatever may have you. So let me know if you guys like this video, and just stay tuned to see more later on my channel. Make sure you subscribe.